हरे कृष्णा आयुष प्रभु।
ये आयुष प्रभु का बगल में कौन खड़ा है?
नंदिनी नंदिनी खड़ा है, वो चुपचाप दिख रहे हैं। हाँ
हरे कृष्णा।
वो जरूर अपना गिफ्ट का वेट कर रही होंगी। हरे कृष्णा नंदिनी।
हरे कृष्णा। नंदिनी को गिफ्ट मिला क्या? यस नंदिनी, गिफ्ट मिला क्या?
2 गिफ्ट मिल गया।
2 गिफ्ट मिला क्या?
वाह,
कैसा है गिफ्ट? अच्छा है क्या? क्या बोले?
लॉकेट भी मिल गया।
अच्छा अच्छा, कैसा है गिफ्ट?
अच्छा है।
अच्छा ओके, ठीक है। अच्छे से पढ़ाई करना, फिर अगले बार आप उसमें से स्टोरीज बोलते रहना, हम आपसे स्टोरीज सुनते रहेंगे, ठीक है ना?
तो दोनों प्रणाम। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा सुशांत प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम। Okay, we'll offer prayers. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, just we are in the completion of the chapter. Oh, our Prabhu didn't came.
Actually, Prabhuji is outside today, so he said I will not be able to come.
Achha. Okay, this is what we are reading. Then that okay. Sri Nityananda's Babaji. I can understand that without dainya, humility and daya, compassion, one cannot be a Vaishnava. Okay. So, this dainya is humility and daya, compassion. Haridas Babaji, quite true. Sri Nityananda's Babaji, does this indicate that Bhakti Devi, the goddess of Shuddha Bhakti, is dependent upon humility and compassion? Sri Haridas Babaji, Bhakti Devi is independent. She is herself beauty personified and the most valuable jewel. She does not require support from any other excellences. Okay. Dainya and Daya are not separate or independent excellences, but inherent to the very character of Bhakti Devi herself. So that is what, so we were reading in Nectar of Devotion also, na? So with, means when you have Bhakti, you have all other things. You getting? And also we read, yes, the Bhakti Bhagavati Akanchana. That in Shubhada, all auspiciousness, we read that when we have Bhakti, so why it is Shubhada, all auspicious? Because it attracts everyone and it gives good qualities. Okay, that a person when does Bhakti automatically gets good qualities of the demigods. Okay, so this is that Bhakti, is it that means she has to get that one? No, Bhakti Devi herself possesses all the good qualities. And when we perform Bhakti, we also get those qualities. So that is what Haridas Babaji is telling. When the devotee feels I am an eternal servant of Krishna without possessions and penniless, and Sri Krishna is everything to me, the emotion expressed therein is dainya. Essentially, bhakti is the bhava of tender affection for Krishna, while tender affection for other living entities who are all eternal servitors of the Lord is daya. Hare Krishna. So we are humble in front of Krishna. That's what. So Krishna again and again it tells in through Bhagavad Gita and all the scriptures how he is the cause of all causes. He is the source of everything. From him everything comes. So by that we become humble. So even the intelligence of the Krishna tells, I am the intelligence of the intelligent. I am the strength of the strong. Okay. I am the tapasya among the tapasvis. Whatever quality we are looking for or we are seeing in the living entities, that is coming from Krishna. So when we understand that he has everything, then we know that we don't have anything. We got acquired. With time we got some things. Okay. Then we'll become humble. So when we are humble, then we can express proper compassion for other living entities. Okay. So that's what. Therefore, both dainya and daya are naturally embedded in bhakti. Kshama, forgiveness, is a bhava between dainya and daya. Okay. So when you have these both, then you have kshama. When the bhava of dainya, I am wretched and lowly, how could I be the judge and punisher of everyone, mingles with bhava of daya, the feeling of kshama is produced. Therefore, kshama is also inherent to bhakti. Sri Krishna, the Jiva, Sri Krishna, the Jiva, the subservience of the Jiva to Sri Krishna, and the unwanted sojourn of the materially conditioned Jiva within this mundane world are all Satya, truth. Therefore, Bhakti must also be Satya, because all these truths are based upon the relationship between Krishna and the Jiva, which is in essence Bhakti. Hence, we see that Satya, Dainya, Daya, and Kshama are all intrinsic to the very name of Bhakti Devi. So, see, that is what when we perform, see, we are connected. Two living entities are connected by a relationship. What is that relationship? Relationship of service. Yes or no? When we serve the other person, then only the relationship deepens. No? Without service, can the relationship go deep? Okay. So generally, we have मेरा WhatsApp friend है, ये friend है, वो friend है, but they are not deep. When a person does service for the other person, then the relation deepens. So that service, okay, in terms of when it comes between Krishna and the devotee, it is called as bhakti, pure devotional service. Then when one does it, automatically these qualities are byproducts. So they are already intrinsic in nature. See, in any service, you get some qualities. In the material world, when we get positions, what qualities we get? Prabhu, now you are so and so. And after that, you are manager, you are senior manager, or you are so and so, so and so, so and so. What qualities we get by all these positions? Yes. कुछ नहीं है क्या?
Fame.
Fame.
Pride.
Pride. You get pride. Yeah. Okay. So that is the quality we get. So that is quite opposite in bhakti. Okay. So that is why the devotees are meek and humble. It is natural qualities. So to the extent they grow in bhakti, to that extent they become meek and humble. and that makes the devotee more famous. So in material world, we are going for fame, but we don't never get fame. Everyone wants to take away that fame from you. But in Krishna consciousness, in bhakti, you are not looking for fame, but fame is behind you. Hare Krishna. So कैसा है ना, एक जगह भाग रहे उसके पीछे, ओके, वो आपको मिलेगा फिर छोड़ जाएगा, और एक जगह आप परवाह ही नहीं कर रहे, आपके पीछे है. So this is the contrary nature between the devotional service and the activities in the material world. Sri Nitya-dharma Das Babaji, how should the Vaishnava behave with the persons of other systems of dharma? Okay, so this is Vaishnava behavior we are discussing in this chapter. Sri Haridas Babaji, the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.26 states, saintly personalities who are fully peaceful and free from the propensity to enviously criticize others worship the all blissful forms of the Supreme Lord Sri Narayana and his plenary portions. Actually, there is no dharma other than Vaishnava dharma. All other religions propagated in the world, including those to be propagated in future years, actually compromise different steps upon the ascension to Vaishnava dharma. Or alternatively, there are deviations from the essential Vaishnava dharma. When another religion complements Vaishnava dharma, the devotee should respect that religion in accordance with its degree of purity. Thus, the followers of those religions, which actually constitute different stages on the path to pure Vaishnava dharma, must be accorded proper appreciation and respect. And on the other hand, whilst dealing with groups that have deviated from pure Vaishnava dharma, one must never bear malice, but engage oneself in the culture of one's own devotional truth. That devotees should never be hateful and show intolerance towards other religious practices. When the auspicious moment comes in a person's life, he will easily embrace pure Vaishnava dharma. Of this, there is no doubt. Okay. So basically, yeah. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita also. Na buddhi vedam janayet ajnanam karma sangina joshayet sarva karmani vidwan yukta samachara. Okay, so as not to disturb the minds of the ignorant people, the wise gradually engage them in the devotional service. So ये बोलना easy है, follow करना बहुत ही difficult है. Disturb नहीं करते हुए gradually engage करना है कहते ignorant people को. So that is what, and he will tell further how one has to do it. How one has to preach. Next question comes. So that is why, like, not people out of ignorance, they go for they may be practicing the Vaishnava dharma in different levels. Okay. So there is some, if you go and see the core principles, there will be, one should be selfless, one should love God. All these things will be there. To see the corely, but they are covered by with so many other things. So that is why somehow or other, Srila Prabhupada, when he was in the Western countries, what he was telling, he was going for the core principles. Okay, Jesus Christ says, love God with all one's heart and this thing. Okay, similarly, do not kill. So I used to just tell those two things. You should not argue much. You are saying this thing for shepherds and all those things. He never used to tell. So he was not disturbing only. Rather, okay, if you want to do, you do these things. You are getting? If you really want, you are a Christian, you do practice these principles. That's all he used to tell. Never used to. But his compassion was so much. So they somehow they never used to leave Prabhupada and were with Prabhupada only. And most of the people used to come to Prabhupada and take up to Krishna consciousness. So that is what Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. Here also Acharyas telling the same thing. So they are in different levels. You have to just engage them and not disturb them. And rather, we should also not get disturbed. Rather, like if it is not our this thing, we just Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Itna bol ke dur rahne ka. If it is not, we don't have so much strength. Okay, Sri Nityananda's Babaji. Is it necessary to actively propagate Vaishnava Dharma? Sri Haridas Babaji. Indeed, by all means, it is the duty of everyone to do so. Our beloved Lord Sriman Mahaprabhu has entrusted everyone with the responsibility to preach. Okay, so that verse comes. Jare deka tare kaha Krishnopadesh Amara Agnaya Guru Haya Tare Desh. Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. See, एक side बोलते हैं you have to preach, or एक side बोलता है you have to be sensitive. So it is so this thing na one has to be so like balanced. So bhakti means full balance. थोड़ा भी इधर उधर नहीं होने का. एक side बोल रहे कि disturb नहीं करने का उनको, और दूसरे side हाँ you have to preach. Okay, so that is what. Okay. So it is ours is middle path. So वही हम हमेशा थोड़ा flip होते रहते because of our conditioning. Generally, we become angry if someone like doesn't follow immediately. The passion and ignorance, because of that fruity mentality, because of that ignorance, we immediately become angry. But here it is told, you have to be sensitive. Similarly, you have to preach. So very difficult thing. Then, however, one should remember that an unworthy candidate must made qualified before one instructs him in the glories of Krishna. In certain situations, for instance, in speaking to inimical persons, upeksha is required, and so one should not speak anything that would spark of bitter controversy and thus cause impediments in the preaching work. Then, so this is what actually sometimes we have to be indifferent. Okay, agar kisi ko means especially in preaching the glories of the holy name, those who have faith we have to preach. That is the 9th. Not to speak about for the faithless people. Okay, one should not speak the glories of the holy name. We may tell about chant Hare Krishna. That's all. We will not go much into the glories of the holy name. One who doesn't have any faith. Okay. So we have to be indifferent. The nectarian words of Sri Haridas Babaji had a wonderful effect upon Sri Nityananda's Babaji. He has overcome with prema and began to roll upon the ground. The assembled Vaishnavas broke out into loud chanting of Krishna, and they all paid prostrated obeisances to Sri Haridas Babaji. Thereafter, the meeting in that secluded grove broke up, and everyone gradually went away to their individual dwellings. Hare Krishna. So this is the effect of that. So there is sincere inquiry is there, and the speaker is so exalted. So because of which both are means they got such effect. I think the Nandini wants to speak something. She is waiting. When she will be given a chance. Okay, maybe when last 5 minutes or 10 minutes we'll hear one story from Nandini today. Okay. Nandini, be ready with one story. She is able to hear, na?
Yes, Prabhuji, she can hear.
Okay. Acha, we are having more preachers. So they are naturally they are sensitive preachers. We can do some here and there. They speak, no one doesn't mind. Even they can tell. Okay, अगर कुछ बोलवाना हो तो उनसे बोलवाना है. कुछ इधर उधर चैंटिंग करो. Okay. रोहित तो ठीक ठाक से चैंटिंग नहीं कर रहे होते हैं. हम बोलने में थोड़ा दिक्कत रहेगा. अगर she tells, he will not mind. So we have next chapter, Nitya-dharma and material science and civilization. So how we have to go with these two things? तो हमेशा ये क्वेश्चन रहता है. Someone can read?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Almost 4 years have now gone by since Lahiri Mahasaya came to Godrum, and associating with the Vaishnava of that scared place has had a greatly purifying effect upon him. Now he is continuously chanting even whilst performing his daily chores. His lean frame is covered by a sparse clothes, and he has given up using any footwear, even wooden clogs. He has overcome the false pride of his high caste to such an extent that whenever he sees a Vaishnava, he immediately offers dandavats and with the utmost humility places the dust from the feet of the Vaishnavas upon his head. If anyone refuses to comply, he remains undeterred, using gentle force to achieve his goal. He is always looking for and eating eagerly the prasadam remnants of the pure Vaishnavas.
Very good. So explanation करने का जरूरत नहीं है, self-explanatory. Yes, Pram.
One day, Hamsa Premdas Babaji spoke to him, Lahiri Mahasaya, we see that you have freed yourself from all the habits of the non-Vaishnavas. Actually, we have received Veka initiation, but from you, we could still learn a great deal about Vairagya. Now, the only thing needed to complete your transformation is a Vaishnava name. Lahiri Mahasaya replied, Sir, you are my Parampara Guru. You are free to decide as you wish. Hamsa Premdas Babaji said, you are from Santipur, so I think the name Advaita Das is appropriate. Advaita Das. Lahiri Mahasaya fell to the ground in humility to receive his new name. From that day on, everyone addressed him as Advaita Das, and even his little cottage got a new name, Advaita Kutira. Advaita Das had a friend from childhood named Digambara Chattopadhyay, who had accumulated great wealth by holding important posts in the Muslim government. After retiring, he had returned to his village, Ambika, and inquired about his old friend, Kalidas Lahiri. Finally, he found out that his friend had renounced home and family and was presently residing in Godrum under the name of Advaita Das, spending his days in chanting Krishna Nam. Digambara Chattopadhyay was a Pandit in the Tantra Shastra and well-versed in Muslim culture. He abhorred the word Vaishnavism, covering his ears whenever it was uttered in his hearing. Upon hearing about the present circumstances of his dear friend, he called his servant, Hey, Bamna Das, immediately arrange a boat. I want to dash off to the Navdeep without delay and save my friend Kalidas from disaster.
हरे कृष्ण. ऐसे होता है. तो सब लोग बोलते खुद डिजास्टर में है और सोचो कि कालिदास को डिजास्टर से, लहारी महाशय को और अद्वैत दास को डिजास्टर से बचाने की कोशिश की. So this is what the outsiders think.
Ridiculous.
So
प्रभु जी एक चीज पूछना था. अद्वैत आचार्य के नाम से दिया गया जैसे शांतिपुर में था बोल के, बट अद्वैता is a Mayavad philosophy, so I don't know why is it there. Advaita name to Vaishnavas.
Okay, actually Advaita means he is non-different from Krishna, means like he is Vishnu and Shiva. Na? That is the name of here Advaita. Advaita Acharya. You are getting the point?
Yes.
So that is what, where it is used is very important. Okay. So he is becoming that Advaitas Acharya's Das. So वही है, क्योंकि ना Vaishnavism can have, means can accommodate everyone, and means exactly ये इसका मतलब क्या है, इधर क्या मतलब है. Like they also use Brahman. We also use Brahman. Okay. So, and in what context did Brahman means what? In 8th chapter when Arjuna asks what is Brahman? Okay. The indestructible living entity is called Brahman, Krishna tells. So he uses that Brahman word, it means that about the living entity, the Atma. And what is Adhyatma? The Swabhava is the constitutional position of the living entity to serve the Lord, that is Adhyatma. So, and Atma also means the Atma, and Atma also means mind. So, in which context, which word is used is very important. So, that is why sometimes, like initially, I also used to have the same thing. I हर जगह पे बोलते अद्वैता नहीं बोलना है, और इधर अद्वैत आचार्य है. Okay, so what is this? और आचार्य, अद्वैत का आचार्य, तो ये बहुत bewilderment है. So that is why, तो कैसा है, जब तक अगर वो परंपरा में आके हम सीखेंगे नहीं, तो ये पूरा confusing रहेगा, पूरा हालत खराब रहेगा. That is why Prabhupada in 1.1 only, Bhagavad Gita 1.1 only बताते, don't do self-motivated interpretations. Okay, so that is why it tells you read these scriptures in the association of devotees. Means in the association means you understand these under senior devotees. नहीं तो generally हमारा हमेशा वो speculation में ही जाता है. Okay, you go to any new place, you see, you start speculating. Why these people eat like this? Maybe they might be having this problem. खट्टा क्यों खाते हैं, कुछ प्रॉब्लम होता होगा. Like I was actually 5 years in Kolkata. I used to think that more than 5 years, about 5 years, I used to think that Bengali people eat very less, because even they are very rich, they are very meek, means कंजूस, they eat only मोड़ी and chop and रसगुल्ला. So उसी से वो काम चलाते हैं. और ट्रेन में भी ट्रैवल किया तो वही खाते रहते हैं. कभी भी देखो वो मूड़ी चॉप खरीद के, ओके, 2 रुपए का 1 रुपए का, क्या कैसे जीते हैं लोग, इतना कम खा के ऐसे सोचते हैं. मगर बाद में when I spoke to one devotee, अरे ये कुछ भी नहीं है, ये ओनली स्नैक्स है. ओके, ये पूरा ट्रेन में जितना देर चलता रहता है वो पूरा स्नैक्स है. ओके, सो घर जाने के बाद रियल फीस्ट होगा. सो एवरीडे फीस्ट. सो फिर बाद में अभी पूरा ऑपोजिट. ओके, ये लग रहा बाप रे. एंड वन सीनियर डिवोटी वाज टेलिंग इन बंगाल लाइक नथिंग गोज आउट ऑफ बंगाल. जो भी प्रोडक्शन होगा इधर ही खत्म हो जाएगा. नो एक्सपोर्ट. ओके, सो द पॉइंट इज हमारा वही है, हर जगह पे स्पेकुलेशन आ जाता है. So yes, we'll go further. How he wants to save him. क्या डिस्कशन होता है. So that is what we always feel in this material world. what I am doing is the best. Everyone should follow this path only. Okay. The businessman may think, "Arey, what is this? Brahmanas, they live so poor." Okay. अरे business करना चाहिए. Education को business बनाना चाहिए. They will think like that. And some other person, a Shudra, might be thinking that, "Arey, what this person thinks, so takes so much risk. All the time he is working." Okay. देखो महीने में काम करो, कोई रिस्क, बिना रिस्क का पैसा कमाओ, आराम से घर पे रहो, रेस्ट ले लो, टूर में जाओ. So everyone thinks their own position is what they are doing is the best. So that's what this Chattopadhyaya is thinking, that Brahma means the Vaishnavas are so this nasty. So even Lahari Mahashaya, like initially, he was from Brahman family. So when he came in association of devotees, he started inquiring, started doing some service. He realized now how it is so glorious. Vaishnavism is so glorious. So that is why only when we go in association and we understand it, then only we will embrace Vaishnavism. अगर association नहीं लेने से नहीं होता है. Okay. So that is why for everything we take association. For doing business, for material education, we go to such and such college. Okay, वहाँ पे जाना है, उधर जाना है, उधर जाना है. But when it comes to Vaishnavism, we have speculations. Okay. Bhagavad Gita क्या है? Everyone has their own speculation. Okay. So that's what I am reading Bhagavad Gita today. Prabhupada is telling, all these speculators who has written Bhagavad Gita, they have not, they are removing Krishna only. That is why they never achieve success. उसका अभी बुक पूरा किधर कचरा डिब्बा में रहता होगा. Means वो कचरा बुक्स बेचते हैं ना, उसके लिए भी काम नहीं आएगा. So that is what. So it is filled with poison because they remove Krishna, and Krishna is everywhere establishing. Arey, I am so great. I am so rich. I am so famous. Please come to my abode. And what these people are doing? Remove Krishna only. So that is why no one becomes devotee. Hare Krishna.
সেটা আপনার অফিসে যাবেন?
हाँ.
अच्छा, हेलो.
समझ में आया क्या?
हेलो.
आप तो बंगाली सीख गए प्रभु जी.
हाँ, वही मैं भी बोल रही थी, यार कन्वर्सिंग इन बंगाली.
क्या इतना सारा क्या बोला मुझे याद नहीं है. That वो दीदा है ना ऊपर, उनका जो रिलेटिव है ना, the person who donated this property, means वो mediator, नाम याद नहीं आ रहा.
हाँ वो मुझे मैं पता है उनको. हाँ.
So he came. So he is seeing the room. Actually ये एक स्टोर रूम था पहले, इसको पूरा ये कर दिया, अच्छे से देख रहा, लाइट वाइट आपने कैसा है बोलते, तो ओपन करके रखा हुआ. So that is what these. So that is why these interpreters are more dangerous than ignorant people. अगर किसी को कुछ पता नहीं है, वो बेस्ट है. मगर these interpreters, they take the that is why they go to hell. Krishna directly tells they go to hell, because by which what will happen, he is taking on a different path. We will see what all misconceptions this person has. Okay. After a 2-hour boat ride, he landed at the pyre of Bodhrumadam. Accompanied by 4 other gentlemen, he arrived at Advaita Kutir. Digambara had always been very generous and open by nature, and upon seeing his old friend, he was clearly extremely pleased. Advaita Das received him warmly. Welcome, dear brother, come and sit down. So this is Vaishnava behavior. is not rejecting. Hey, Digambar, bhag jao idhar se. Taking a seat, Digambar reciprocated with tear-filled eyes these sentiments of friendship and affection. He burst out saying, "Dear brother Kalidas, what shall I do? You have embraced the path of renunciation and rejected the devas as well as dharma. I have come from my life in the Punjab with great expectations. However, back home in Shantipur, I have found that all our childhood friends have passed away. Okay. I had hoped to find you in Shantipur, thinking we could pass the rest of our lives in the enjoyment of each other's company. However, alas, fortune has forsaken me. And just look at you. You are like the ox dung, which, unlike cow dung, can be used neither for cleaning the house nor in any religious ceremonies. We tantrics are seekers of absolute knowledge, worshippers of the goddess Mahavidya Durga Devi. This knowledge is useful now and also later. By it, we are happy now and will be so in the year after. You Vaishnavas consider yourselves happy now, but we tantrics do not consider your renounced way of life as happiness. And in the final judgment, there will be no end to your misery. I am confounded as to why people become Vaishnavas. Just note how we tantrics relish our meals of meat and fish, etc. We wear fancy clothes and such. This is enjoyment. We are more civilized and expert in material science, while you are denied the pleasures that these things provide. And in the end, there will be no moksha for you. Okay. So everything is external calculation. Okay. So what is happiness? Having all these things. Okay. So that is what they see is externally how I am enjoying the senses. So that is why so incomplete knowledge. I don't know, do they read any scripture or not? Okay, like how come if they read the scripture also? So that is why Maya Apratak Jnana. Namam Dushkitano Moda Prapadyante Anyatna. Namam Dushkitano Modia Prapadyante Naradama. What is that? Prapadyante Naradama. Prapadyante Naradama. Okay. Then comes after Naradama, Maya Apratak Jnana Asuram Bhavam Ashrita. So this Maya Apratak Jnana, so when these people have this enjoying mentality separate from Krishna, so the scriptures, Maya Devi bewilders them. Even they read scriptures, but they will not come to the conclusions. So that's what Krishna tells in 7.15. The 4 kinds of Dushkritinas. Then, why do you say that there will be no moksha for us? Digambara. If one rejects Ma Nistarini, the mother of liberation, then one cannot be liberated. That applies to you. Or even Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Ma Nistarini is the Adya Shakti, original potency. She has created Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva and is now maintaining them. Advaita Das. Is Ma Nistarini a spiritual being or a material object? Digambara. She is the personification of the conscious spiritual energy and independently willful. Purusha is created by her wish. Hare Krishna. So अगर आप देखेंगे अभी if you observe line to line, he goes on changing things. He's telling Ma Nistarini is a conscious being ना, आगे जाके देखेंगे एक लाइन को कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी रहता है उनका स्टेटमेंट्स को. That you have to find it out. Okay, you have to tell me, Prabhuji, here there is contradiction बोल के बोलना है. Okay, I will see how attentive you are. And this actually, these things you can use it here in Bengal very nicely. Bhaktivinoda Thakur जो बताए, see, this Durga Puja and all these things are happening. I heard like from more than 1,000 years. Some king in Bangladesh, something, they started this Devi worship like that. That's how they became prominent. Even Mahaprabhu time also this was there. Any idea? How many years, how it came, the origin? No idea. Okay. I heard from one senior devotee in Mayapur.
The origin is the Kalbodhan of Ramachandra, I think.
But what?
अकाल बोधन रामचंद्र दुर्गा देवी का पूजा किए थे ना.
Okay, okay. Something, something like that only I heard. Some king has started.
Okay, local in local area na. Okay, I am not sure probably.
Bengal and Bangladesh.
Yeah, in Bengal, that is 300 years ago, the king has started this one.
Acha. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Then, so he is telling she is the personification of the conscious spiritual energy and independently willful. Purusha is created by her wish. Then Advaita Das. Then what is Purusha and what is Prakriti? Digambara. Okay, he's telling. Vaishnavas engage only in bhajana. They have no knowledge of fundamental philosophical truths. Purusha and Prakriti are like the two halves of a chickpea. Although they have separate identities, in fact, they are one. Okay. So he is telling.
Contradictory है प्रभुजी. Contradictory है. Purusha and Prakriti are.
So what he is telling, you have to tell within that contradictory. So he is telling she is conscious spiritual energy, independently willful, and but he is mixing both. Then when the outside skin is removed, they are two. But when the skin covers the pea, they are one. Okay. So she is telling she is independent, and he is telling they become one. The Purusha is a spiritually conscious entity, while Prakriti is inert matter. Hare Krishna. Okay. See if again come back. Okay. What he told? She is spiritual energy and independently willful. Purusha is created by her wish. Then here, the Purusha is a spiritual conscious entity, while Prakriti is inert matter. Okay. Then, the undivided and undifferentiated condition of Purusha and Prakriti is Brahman. Advaita Das. The Manistarani you are talking about is she the Prakriti or the Purusha? Manistarani is Prakriti and the father is Purusha. Hare Krishna. You are saying, is there any so much word check ले रही ना? कोई connection आ रहा क्या?
Not much sense.
2-3 lines only is mixing so much. Okay. So this is
प्रभुजी. Only this question, discussion is bewildering us.
I say there is no meaning in this thing. It is not that we have to remember all these things. कुछ remember करने का कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. हम एक ही बोल रहे कि कुछ substance नहीं है उनके पास. तो किसी के पास अगर substance नहीं रहे तो क्या करेगा? वो mix करता रहेगा, इधर उधर घुमाएगा. अब कभी देखे क्या, अगर मान लो आपका लैपटॉप खराब हो गया या प्रोजेक्टर कुछ खराब हो गया, ऐसे कुछ, तो you call the person, this okay, the person who does what you say, service, what you call him as, okay, जो service देता है, what you call him as, is the person who comes and does the service of your laptop or projector. Generally उनको अगर पता नहीं है तो वो क्या बोलते हैं? He uses new terms. Okay, this is not right, working rightly. This is not working rightly. ऐसे कुछ नया terms use करेंगे. So that क्या सोचेंगे? एक normal person what he thinks? बाप रे इतना सारा है क्या? बाप रे इनको जा रहा है. So the point is he will confuse us. Okay. Anywhere, any new field you enter, if you ask them that ना ये painting करना है इधर आके, you will tell देखो ये करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, 10 आइटम बताएगा. Okay, as if you tell, अरे 10 things to be done. But वो 10 things कैसे रहेगा? एक ही दिन में 10 things हो जाएगा. Okay. So when he quotes this thing, he will express so many things. So what he does is, that is why in Bhumi Gita, yesterday I was reading, day before yesterday I was reading. So what is Kali Yuga made up of? So one who can do very nice word jugglery, he is thought as very great scholarly person. Okay, बातों को घुमाना है, इधर उधर थोड़ा नया नया टर्म्स यूज करना है. ओके, लोगों को कंफ्यूज करना है बेसिकली. देन यू आर, क्या बात किया, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. ओके, क्या बोला है, क्या एक्सपर्ट है, कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया, ऐसे बोल जाए तो दैट इज कलियुगा. सो बट एंड वैष्णविज्म, इफ वी प्रेजेंट इट सिंपली, दे विल थिंक कुछ भी नहीं है. Okay, we'll see. And who are you, Advaita Das? Okay, Digambar, when the soul is covered, actually, वही ना, जब अगर ऐसे पूरा बोलने के बाद फिर बोलते हैं और तुम कौन है, महान स्टार में ऐसे पुरुष ऐसे, और तुम कौन, तुम कहां से टपक गया. So Digambara, when the soul is covered by the illusion of Maya, he is Jiva. When he is liberated from Maya's influence, he is Sadashiv. Hare Krishna. समझ में आ रहा क्या, कहां तक लेके जाएंगे? और आगे देख लीजिए, और फन देख लीजिए. Advaita Das. So, are you Purusha or Prakriti? Digambar, I am Purusha and Man Istarini is Prakriti. So long as I am in the illusory conditioned state, she is my mother. However, when I am liberated, she becomes my wife. Advaita Das, without doubt, I have now grasped your philosophy well. You will change from being the son of your mother to being her husband. Tell me, where did you learn such ideas? You have to put such foolish ideas. Digambar, my friend, I am not wearing blinders like you, who are only interested in the Vaishnavas alone. I have associated with many sannyasis, brahmacharis, mystic tantrics, yogis, and so on. In addition, I have intensively studied the Tantra Shastras before I could acquire this knowledge. If you wish, I can school you and prepare you too. Okay. Advaita Das thought to himself, what a terrifying idea. However, he replied, could you kindly explain your concept of civilization and what is material science? Hare Krishna. This we will take up in the next class. So civilization का मतलब क्या है, हम अगले क्लास में लेंगे. So you are seeing, okay. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is showing you can come across this kind of people. Don't get bewildered. ऐसे foolish philosophy people will talk. Okay. First time when I was going to Mayapur, I met one person in the train. I was chanting, he is telling, you know who is superior to who is Krishna कहाँ से आया पता है क्या तुमको? मैं सोचा बात करने का, मैं चुपचाप अपना chanting कर रहा था. Krishna came from Soham, and I asked, what is Soham? Soham is Sadashiv. And he started combining all those things. Idhar ka udhar. Okay. Then actually, by somehow devotees mercy, Brahma Samhita pura pata tha. And you get to see all the positions. Okay, what is the position of Lord Ganesha, Lord Shiva, Durga Devi? Then you have Indra, okay, and the sun god. So you get everything, all their positions. So हमको तो तुरंत लगा अरे बाप रे ये ऐसे कैसे लोग रह सकते हैं? Okay, and he is telling. Then I told him, no, he is the source of everything. No. If he is the father of everything, no. How can he is the father? If he is there, he should also have a father. So his father is Sadashiv. But what Sadashiv's father? Who is Sadashiv's father? So you are seeing that, okay, that logic is so this thing. So somehow what they believe is the supreme thing, not based on Shastras, not quoting anything. Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll hear from Nandini Ruya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
The story of the fruit seller and Krishna. Once Krishna ji was playing with their friends, so a fruit seller came out of Nand Maharaj's house and said, any fruit to take. But the fruit seller was very sad that any fruits were not sold. So Krishna ji took some grains from one bowl, and his hand was too small, so a few seeds fell down on the ground, and Krishna took all the fruits from the fruit seller and gave the grains to the fruit seller. And when the fruit seller came to his house, so he was very tired. When he opened his basket of fruits, so he saw there were many precious jewels and the diamonds in the basket.
Oh, so you want to become fruit seller, huh? In spiritual world?
What?
You want to become fruit seller, huh, in the spiritual world?
No.
Now we all got to know, because you want those precious, okay, jewels. That is why you are remembering this story. Papa is not giving precious jewels to you, huh? So that is why you are, okay, meditating on that. Okay, you want basket full of jewelry, na?
Yeah. Machines.
You have machines. You want machines?
No. He don't have jewels. He only have machines. My mom has jewelry.
Acha, your mom has jewelry. But who brought it? Your father brought it, or Mama's father brought it?
Mother.
Okay, mothers. Who gave to mother all the jewelry? Her father.
What?
Who gave?
Shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper. So, but who bought it? Shopkeeper gave with, okay, someone gave money to the shopkeeper, then only he gave it, na?
Mom.
Okay, very good. Very good.
She poor also.
Okay. Don't worry, when you go to spiritual world, Krishna will give you lot of jewelry to you. He is already keeping jewelry for you. When you remember, when you go after this life, when you chant Hare Krishna daily, and when you go to spiritual world, to Krishna Loka, after going there immediately, first thing he gives you basket full of jewelry to you. Okay. So don't worry. He's waiting for you when you will go to Goloka. You will go?
Yes.
Jai. Nandini ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay, we'll stop here. And we'll continue.
Narayana Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
So we have more preachers. Next generation preachers are coming. Okay. So be ready to hear from great soul.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हाँ प्रभु जी बोलिए।
श्रीनिवास प्रभु जी कहाँ है? वो तो क्लास ही नहीं कर रहे हैं। वो तो प्रॉमिस किए थे कि हम लोग जैव धर्म का जेरोक्स कॉपी प्रोवाइड कराएंगे।
अच्छा ठीक है, वो
हाँ,
मतलब से नंबर लीजिए,
बिल्कुल ठीक।
उनको कॉल करिए।
हम बात करेंगे उनसे, हम बात करेंगे।
Actually, he promised at that time that whoever is joining the class, he will provide all Xerox copy of Jaiva Dharma.
ओके, मुझे भी नहीं मिला है कॉपी अभी तक।
हम बात करेंगे।
ओके प्रभु जी।
ठीक है, हरे कृष्ण, थैंक यू।
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।